Hello, creative friends. I recently bought this pack of temporary tattoos, and I want to show you how I like to use them in my art practice. So first, we're going to cut up these three butterflies. I'm going to put them down on my page. This is my altar book page, and then I just wet a paper towel and I press it down, just like how you normally do temporary tattoos, until you see the image transfer onto your surface. So it's awesome. I love kind of how rustic it looks and that it's not perfect. And then I just continued creating a page, added final details. Another thing that you can do too is you can select some plastic or grab some plastic and you can do a transfer with the temporary tattoos onto the plastic. So this is just recycled plastic, super, super thin. And you can do it with one or two images. And you're just going to use that wet paper towel, wet it down, and it creates these really beautiful, transparent little collage things that you can use in your journal. I'm going to make these kind of into windows. So I'm using some washi tape and I'm going to apply it around the edges just to give it a little bit more interest. But these would be great in your journal or as little tags. You can do so many things with them. And I like to add masking tape just to make it a little bit more interesting. And here I'm going to add some paper. So you can even use paper scraps and a glue stick and just go around the edges. But really fun. I love temporary tattoos. You can also do this on fabric. I showed that a couple of years ago too. And these look awesome. And then another thing that we can do is we can just add pieces to the edges too. But that's how they look. That's how it turns out. And I'm going to show you one more. So I'm grabbing some tape here and I have a piece of plastic and we're going to make some washi tape with the temporary tattoo. So that is pretty cool. And I kind of like it when it's not perfect, like when it has like a weird edge. And we're going to do the same thing. Make sure you take the uh, covering off of the temporary tattoos. I did that. I forgot to do that and it was a mess. Yes, and then you're going to take your paper towel and just press it down. But you can use these in so many ways in your journals. I hope that you give this a try. It's really fun to use temporary tattoos, and you get so many of them. And I love these black and white ones. There's some really pretty ones, like with flowers and all sorts of stuff, and the big reveal. And you can just like peek a little bit and see if it's transferring. But eventually it will work. So that's how it looks, guys. I'll see you next week. Have a great creative week. Bye bye, friends.